Welcome back to WagerTalk.com. We're staying in the SEC. We've got another big one. We've got Alabama and Mississippi State. Seems like anything that's going to be involving Alabama or Georgia down the stretch is going to be big with the playoff implications. This is going to be Ralph's best bet, so I'm going to come to you first, Preston. Alabama comes off that war with LSU. The game was close, but it really never was. How do you take that, coming off it for, LSU? The only thing that I took from it is they held Alabama down. Alabama didn't score a ton of points in that game.
Yeah, which you'd expect from a really good LSU defense that had 2 weeks to prepare for the game. I rarely feel good enough or strong enough to bet against Alabama. I don't know what it is. And last week was the first time where I really thought, all right, LSU plus 21. That's probably a really good bet, but I'm just going to bet under, and I still didn't have it in me to bet against Alabama. And both ended up being good wins. Right. And so anyone that did back LSU, I thought that was the right side. So I think you have to give LSU credit there. I even think they might have outgained them total in the box score. It was really close.
304 to 299.
304 to 299. There you go. So it was right around there, despite losing by 14. So they played a closer game in the box score than that final score entails. And so it makes you wonder, Alabama had that game early in the year against Florida State, which didn't really end up being a great win now for them at all. Francois got injured for one, but now Florida State's been so bad. Who have they beaten? They haven't really been tested yet until they're going to have this game at Auburn and then the SEC title game. So I think the worst is ahead for Alabama, and that LSU game wasn't necessarily, I guess, easing for an Alabama fan as far as them just being able to put everyone away, with ease.
Ralph, before we take it to you, revenge, if you want to put that out there. Alabama rolled them last year 51-3. Mississippi State, at home, obviously. You don't have to get up for Alabama, looking at the scoreboard or circling anything, but they did get the snot kicked out of them last year.
Well, I don't look at it as revenge for Mississippi State because they were double-digit dogs. So for me, that's not. I don't use that in my handicapping repertoire. What I do look at is how Bama reacts after close games. And no matter what, LSU has the second most talent. Maybe Georgia is close in the SEC as far as highly rated kids and kids that can play. And LSU knows how to stop Alabama. Let's just face it. Every game it's been a war. So I look back at what has Alabama done the last couple years after LSU. Well, they had close games against LSU each of the last 2 years, and they also played Mississippi State each of the last 2 years. You mentioned one of those games. Well, the 2 games combined, 82-9 has been the score. So now I'm looking at LSU, and now I'm looking at Bama and what they've done. Well, Mississippi State's been so fake. They've played 4 foes. They've taken care of all of them, but they've been a 12, a 23.5, and a 32-point favorite, playing 2 non-conference foes in your last 3 weeks. So you can't look at them as an SEC team in that range. Against the 2 top 15 defenses Mississippi State faced, against Georgia and Auburn, they scored a combined 13 points. Bama's going to hold them to that type of number again. And then when Bama's on the road, you're just getting better line value. You're not having to pay for the home field advantage. They're more motivated on the road. Them getting held to 299 yards last week. That was the first time they were held to under 300 yards at home since 2011. That's just another thing for Saban to circle and get on the offense and practice. I just think this is a Bama train. They're 7-2 as an away favorite on the SEC road. They know how to win and cover on the road. They don't have anything in front of them next week. They have a non-conference game.
Mercer. How did they get Mercer on their schedule
well,
this late in the season?
It's always their mini bye. They take it. And there's a lot of SEC teams that do it. So, I'm going to be on Bama this week, and I just think it's a good spot. When they're playing on the road, you're not laying those extra points for the home field. And you got to remember, there's a huge advantage playing on the road. The SEC travel squads are 75 kids. So you're taking your first string, your second string, and some of your third string. When you're at home, you have 120 kids on those sidelines, and you're playing 3 fourth string guys. On the road, you don't have that possibility. So you're playing first string and second string guys, and that's basically it. And that's why they're so good on the road.
All right, good stuff from Ralph. He says to go ahead, take Alabama and lay the points with them on Saturday. And guys, if you want to get a package and save $10, well, in honor of all the upsets we had last weekend in college football, we're going to use coupon code UPSET in the number 10. Jets upset in the number 10. Enter that at the checkout in the coupon code section. It'll take $10 off any package this week at WagerTalk. That coupon is good through midnight on Sunday. We'll be back with more here at WagerTalk.com.